This week, the growth group exercise is the fully present exercise. The purpose of this exercise is to train us to be fully present with others, that is, focused on them, giving them our undivided attention. Jesus accepted people right where they were. Jesus encouraged people by having conversations with them, even some people who probably never expected Jesus to have time to have a conversation with them. The Bible teaches us to accept one another and to encourage one another. We are living in a world where people are constantly distracted. In fact, most of us have grown accustomed to receiving half a person's attention when we are interacting with them. And most of us are accustomed to giving people with whom we're interacting half of our attention, sometimes less. Given that we are living in such a distracted world, being fully present with people is a wonderful way to affirm them, a wonderful way to encourage them. When people give us their undivided attention, it seems like time slows down. When we give people our undivided attention, people feel valued. They feel like they're important. And that's what God does with us. And that should be what we do with others. Okay, here are the instructions. These may be a little bit harder to pin down than some of the other instructions that are more straightforward, but you may want to print these off and have them before you for the next couple of weeks to every day be reminded of exactly what you're trying to do. Okay, here are the practices. Number one, before you leave your room each morning, make the following pledge. I will be fully present in the moment today. Pray for ears to hear the people with whom you interact. Pray that you will have a non-anxious presence, be a non-anxious presence in your conversations. And as needed, pause during the day to recenter on God so that you can remember how important it is for you to be fully present with the people with whom you interact. It may mean that you want to set an alarm a couple of times during the day just to have 30 seconds to pause, to recenter, and to say, God, help me be fully present. Give me ears to hear. Secondly, be aware of God's presence wherever you go this week. When our hearts are focused on God, we can see other people and be moved by them and their situations. When our hearts are cluttered with idols, cluttered with noise, we'll be less likely to see others, really see them, and be moved by them. Remember in the story of the Good Samaritan stopped to help because he was moved with compassion. If our hearts are cluttered with idols, we'll find it difficult to be moved with compassion. So focus on God, fill your heart with God, and look for God everywhere you go. Number three, appreciate the moment. I want to try to be as direct as I can, as blunt as I can about this because this is so very important. This is a hard thing to hear, but here we go. Constantly longing for the past or constantly wishing for something in the future is an ungrateful way to live because it keeps you from appreciating the moment in which you find yourself. So fully appreciate the moment rather than longing for the past or wishing for the future. Live in the moment where you are with thanksgiving to God. And fourth, and finally, when having a conversation with someone, here are some suggestions. Turn off your phone. Silence it. I know it's a habit of mine to, when I'm having a conversation with someone, to put my phone on the table. But research is now showing that even just having a phone laying on a table can cause distraction. So put it away, put it in another room. When you talk with someone, call them by name. Look at them in the eye as much as is comfortable. Don't look all around throughout the conversation. Don't fidget. Attentively listen to them rather than formulating your response while they're talking. And if need be, after they finish talking, say, let me have a moment to process that. So you can then think of what you want to say after you have fully heard what they say. Again, this is a little less concrete than some of the things we've done in the exercises. So print off from the website, print off these instructions, keep them before you. And I really think that this exercise will really help me to grow. And I think it may help you as well. And I hope and pray that we will learn how to be fully present when we are interacting with others. And may that be used by God to encourage people with whom we interact.